Hello, everyone, and welcome to CineQuest Video. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the new Ari Aster film, Eddington. And where does it stand amongst the filmography of Ari Aster? Are you ready, Bryce?
Yes, I am.
All right. All right, Eddington. I just saw it this morning. Bryce, I think you saw it a few days ago, right? Yeah. And you were very much pressuring me to go watch it.
It's definitely a timed thing, man. Well, as you found out, it was not going to be in theaters too much longer.
Yeah, strangely enough, I didn't see any more showings after Wednesday. And speaking of that,
This movie's too controversial, right?
it's too much for the casual public moviegoer to watch this. And mind you, my theater was not filled up. It was early in the morning, but there were a few people watching it. For a second there, I was under the impression that I was going to have a terrible time because when I walked in, there was a bunch of seemingly young people talking pretty loud, about three of them up in the middle rows. But they were actually quieted down as soon as the movie started, so I was thankful for that.
A lot of people in my theater. I had to sit up in the front almost. Like it was pretty packed for this movie. I was really surprised. There were some loud, not teens, just loud adults, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
So, Eddington, written and directed by Ari Aster, and his fourth film as of right now. He does have a few shorts that we probably can talk about at the very end of this. I don't know if you've seen them all. I've only seen one, and it was very, very disturbing. And continuing with that, I think Ari Aster does make some very thought-provoking films. They do kind of, at this point, land on it's very divisive.
Yeah.
And not necessarily with the subject matter, but in this case, the subject matter is one of the divisive things. But just the quality of the film. Some people like it, some people don't. And I think that's happened ever since Hereditary. After Hereditary, I think a lot of people thought Hereditary was objectively a good, really good, great horror movie. And since then, Midsummer, Beau is Afraid, and now Eddington has been kind of divisive. I haven't heard too many unanimous, this movie's great. Some people just...
When this movie first was announced, of course, this always happens. I remember there being like, the thermometer had like a high rating, and then as it like released, I saw it was like down 67. I was like, oh, that's low for
last time I actually just saw it earlier this afternoon. It was at a 68, and I was looking at, I think I was on IMDb or Letterboxd or something, and I saw like there were more ones than anything else, which was crazy. I didn't expect that. You know, I mean, I can see like probably like maybe close to 60-40 better rated films, but like when the one is kind of trailing everyone or like trailing ahead, I was actually kind of shocked.
Well, I just hope that's not the well, I was gonna be the end of his career, but I just hope this doesn't put a damper on him making more movies, because I like his movies. I loved Beau is Afraid. It was a long ass like epic of some sort, if you want to call it that. I mean, and it was a bit of it was a long movie. It was a commitment, but I really did enjoy it. It was weird. Obviously Midsummer, Hereditary, great movies. So I just hope this doesn't, what did you say? Somebody said something about A24 needs to stop giving him blank checks. Like, okay.
Yeah, I read like I think it was like what I've been hearing it called an excursion, like instead of a tweet, since it's on X.
Is that what they're calling them now? Excursion?
I hear one of these political commentators call it that instead of calling it Twitter, he calls it exertions or whatever the fuck. But I saw one of the tweets say like A24 needs to stop giving Ari Aster blank checks, because they are kind of letting him do whatever he wants, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. And what I realized, as I was looking through his filmography and like kind of like where things are kind of rated, I think Beau is Afraid kind of got a bit more bad press or bad reviews. But the reason I say this is because I saw that from after Midsommar, he had writer, director, and producer credit.
Oh.
So I think he's having even more control over his films, which is kind of seems that way. There's no one around telling him you might want to taper off on some of these things that you're doing or whatever, because I mean, Beau Was Afraid went pretty wild.
Yeah, it was
towards the end.
But I enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too.
I think
Me
it's
too.
I think it's great when production companies or whatever you want to call them, they don't limit or stifle the creativity. Now, sometimes, yes, I think directors can get into a bit of a masturbatory phase of like, I'm a genius. I'm the master of all I survey. Like, it's like, I'll do whatever I want. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you need to have somebody kind of pulling the reins a bit.
Yeah.
But, sometimes it's also good if it's a good director. He knows what he's doing. She knows what they're doing to, give him free reign,
Oh, I think some people would argue with you that he doesn't know what he's doing, that he has too much free reign. I personally, I think we agree, is that he does. I like what he's doing.
I do too. I don't know. I'm not the smartest chap. I'm just a good old Southern gentleman now.
From New Mexico?
Yeah, from Mexico. Yeah. Well, Ray, I want to tell you that I may not know everything about movies, but I want you to free Ari Aster. Free Ari Aster.
And just to get into the film itself, there will be spoilers in this, so just be wary of that. Eddington basically takes place in early May 2020. That's where it starts off, anyways. And we have Joaquin Phoenix, who's the sheriff of the county, and then we have Pedro Pascal, who's the mayor of Eddington. And they're in the middle of the COVID crisis, the COVID pandemic.
Yep.
And
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, remember that time? That was a great time. People are kind of up in arms regarding the mask situation, as I'm pretty sure a lot of us experience with people around us. If you were working at any point or any grocery store, or if you were an essential worker, we've had to deal with some of these people who came in without masks and tried to I can't breathe and stuff. I mean, I can understand that, but there's kind of, I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole other fucking thing,
I will say this: what are having to be an essential? I don't feel so essential.
I don't feel essential anymore either. So.
That was a nice title. Can we have that back? Could that come with a
pay raise?
Yeah. Essential pay raise.
Yeah, no. Essential just means you're expendable. That's what that means.
Let's be real here, yeah.
But so there's a lot of things going on in the very beginning where there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of conspiracies. I recall going down the rabbit hole of QAnon at some point because I heard something on the internet, and I was like, I'm a conspiracy guy. I like conspiracies. Do I believe all of them? No. Do I speculate on some of them? Yes. And I mean, sometimes I kind of want some to believe that they're true because it would just explain a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm also not, with lack of evidence, I'm not just going to assume something is correct.
Yeah.
But they're fun. I like conspiracies. They're fun. Kind of like Alex Jones prior to all this nonsense that he started doing, Bilderberg Group, all that kind of stuff, then QAnon comes into play, and then everyone seems to think it's
Jesse Ventura.
Exactly. Like Jesse Ventura
going to the Arctic, or where did he go? And he's trying to go into the base or something, or
I don't know, man. But all I remember is Jesse Ventura and his the Bilderberg Group, the way he says it. I can't say it properly. Yeah. Jesse Ventura says it great. But yeah, even Jesse Ventura with his conspiracy brain, he also has limits.
Yeah.
He's still a rational person. Surprisingly, Jesse the Body Ventura is more rational than fucking a lot of normal people. And he has every right to be crazy. He's a fucking wrestler.
Yeah.
A lot of blows to the fucking head. He was the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy, but it's crazy that some of these people do have a rational mind when it comes to these things. And again, like I said, I try to hope and think that I have a rational mind when it comes to these things. But
isn't that weird that he was in The Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, both became governors?
That's true. I'm waiting for Carl Weathers to become governor.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies going on, and a lot of questions and uncertainties, and you think people are trying to just keep everyone, you think everyone has everyone's best interest in mind to a point, but then lines are drawn. lines are crossed, and it seems like there's like an impasse with people when they can't like function like a normal society when certain rules are put in place, or they assume rules are put in place, or it's just unspoken rules, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think about where it starts, Bryce?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
We're doing spoilers.
Yeah, we're doing spoilers for the whole thing.
I don't know when they show that guy, schizophrenic dude. Now I'll tell you this: I don't know who that guy is. That man. I mean, he did an awesome job acting as like a schizophrenic homeless man. Like he did a great job. When the like word salad stuff he's doing as he's walking into town, I was like, dude, this guy he's good at acting crazy, man. But yeah, if you like you said, if you've ever like worked as an essential worker, you know about that. And if you've ever gone through any small town, you know exactly what's going on in this movie. Because like I know in Texas we got a lot of small towns. I remember I was going to Los Maples National Park, and we went through a little town around there, and it's just like, you know, they had no, which I mean, where you fall in political corruption doesn't matter, but like, you know, if there's certain rules put in place or whatever, and like a lot of people don't follow them, it's like that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, it was just like a whole thing was a powder keg, you know, like that's what the whole movie is, and I think they did a great job of bringing that tension, because we know what that was like, and it's still very readily available in your memory. Like that hasn't gone away, like that time period, you know.
I mean, I think probably younger folks who are like, I would say probably in their early 20s probably didn't have much of that experience other than the isolation of being stuck at home. But those people who are actually out there working and stuff like that, we had to deal with this movie hit like really close to home because I experienced a lot of that.
Yeah.
And even again with the conspiracies and all that kind of shit. But of course, the movie, Ari Aster is not one to just keep it at a very realistic or based in reality, so to speak, because I mean, this is obviously a satirical look of a small town dealing with COVID.
Well, it's not a real town for one. Eddington's like it's a fictional town. Yeah. But yeah, I think he did a good job of like not playing to any one side. He just kind of showed it like how it was. You know, you kind of let it be where you could see it from like one perspective, and then you could see it from another. I don't know. I think he did a good job playing it down the middle and just kind of showing like how it was for just everyday people, you know, like. I
think
just living your life during this kind of like.
I can see a lot of like backlash in that sense, because a lot of people, just like in the film, don't want you to be somewhere like, so quote unquote, down the middle, where you can kind of see both sides for where they're coming from. In the film, everyone wants you to take a side, you know. Of course, they show like a very, I guess, the BLM movement, and like,
that comes. It's not like, just about COVID.
Because it has to do with everything that happened around that time, and a lot of like fictitious things that happened as a result of that. You know, they had the Antifa stuff. They had, you know, like a lot of white privilege aspect to that, which took it to like the nth degree, you know.
Well, I guess we should
with like young kids and stuff like that.
I guess we should also say too that Joaquin Phoenix plays he's asthmatic in the movie, so that's his like excuse for not wanting to wear the mask. He says he can't breathe in it. But yeah, the white privilege thing it's it's like a lot of the kids just kind of like latching on to ideologies that they hear, and they don't really know anything about it or whatever.
Yeah.
There's that scene, it's like hilarious, where the kid's like,
he's talking to his parents,
like, yeah, he's like, you know, we're just like whatever, the white privilege and like the system and all this, and the dad's like, are you? Now, like, wow.
Yeah. That was a big laugh in the theater when he said that, like, because it really doesn't make any sense, because they're kind of latching on to, like you said, like it's almost like the oppression of others. Like they're trying to make it their own, even though like they don't experience any of that, and they really can't speak on it. Sure, you can support it and all that kind of stuff, but you can't passionately speak on it because you're just learning it from like afar. That's a thing that's never happened, so you really can't really say specifically. But anyways, yeah. So eventually, at some point, we find out that the sheriff's wife, which played by Emma Stone, is kind of infatuated with some kind of like, I guess, pre-cult leader kind of person in Austin Butler, and whatever he's spewing is very like some kind of very hippy dippy kind of shit, some kind of transcendental fucking transcendental, man. My words are all of messed up. All of like just trying to like I guess find your place in this whatever's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And I mean,
but he's also speaking a lot of like cabal, like ring of pedophile stuff too.
Yeah. Because we later found out that he says or claims that he was part of that ring and that he was the only one that escaped. You know,
that seems great too. And he's like telling the story and walking things like, well, I kind of found it hard to believe.
Yeah. And I mean, eventually Emma Stone like is fed up with Joaquin Phoenix, and she leaves him, and he's like doesn't really know how to like deal with that.
Yeah.
And we to find out later on that there's a backstory between Emma Stone and Pedro Pascal's character.
But we don't even know like what's because I don't know. Well,
because we don't get the actual story from the people involved.
Yeah.
We get a version from Joaquin Phoenix. In fact, he
and the mother-in-law.
And the mother-in-law, and he spews some lie about it on the social media, which causes up a storm. You know?
Imagine going to like a press conference and just accusing your rival politician of like just raping. That's what it is. Your wife. Rape. It's rape. Let's call what it is.
Yeah, it was so awkward, and people just there like trying to eat their food.
eating at the fucking Mexican restaurant. It's like they're like.
Yeah. I started cringing a little bit when he started bringing out the ring light. I was like, "Oh my god, dude! Like, stop!"
And that was hilarious too because he's going into the riot. He's carrying the ring light. It's a very like small town, so they have like no police force. It's just like three people, like two deputies and like him, and they're going out there trying to like quell the whole thing. And he's got the fucking ring light because he's trying to make it to the speech. This movie's very funny. It's a lot of comedy to it.
That's what you have to understand about this movie is like if you're going into it thinking like it's there's like a very dark subject matter, but like it's taken on in a very black comedy type of way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think Ari Aster does a great job at that, and he did the same thing with like Beau is Afraid.
Yeah,
even though it was very like kind of like a surreal kind of dream thing. Like you don't really know if Beau is the scene thing, but what we're seeing is his perspective or really what's going on. Like, but yet it's still kind of funny.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, Ari Aster has a nice sense of humor whenever it comes to these kind of dark topics. There was a few points where like we mentioned earlier that were kind of shocking, and again, spoilers. Like we're diving into this a little bit deeper. That Joaquin Phoenix kills Pedro Pascal like a sniper style and kills his kid too.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yep. It was very unexpected because it's just like a random scene. He's like sitting down on a chair by the window and he's like talking to his kid because his kid had his girlfriend over or whatever. He's like, "Oh, I told you not to have anyone over here," and then just it's like right through the chest. And I was like, "Whoa!" What?
Yeah, and just to go back on that, we talk about the scene where Pedro Pascal's character is like trying to allegedly follow these rules for the COVID rules and stuff, but he's also breaking them too.
Yeah.
Because like he doesn't want his son going to like events that might spread COVID, but yet at some point he's having an event that could spread COVID also.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the turning point with the relationship between Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal because they're fighting over the sound, the music, and I think it's like Katy Perry's song.
Yeah,
or some shit like
firework. It's firework.
Yeah, it's firework. Yeah, and they keep on like turning up and down and stuff like that. And at some point, Pedro Pascal just slaps the shit out of Joaquin Phoenix, and then we thought immediately that he was going to turn around and shoot the guy, or at least shoot the system. At least, you know, but that's
walks off.
Yeah,
puts his glasses on. And it's like he just walks off with his head down. Gets in his car and like the top of the thing like knocks off.
Yeah, and then like that's when he goes and kills the homeless guy, the schizophrenic guy, which was I was kind of like trying to figure out if that schizophrenic guy was a representative of something in the town, because as he's kind of like maneuvering through all these places, he's always there. I was like, what? I was like, there's got to be like a metaphor between
I'm sure
this
there's
guy.
some metaphor,
Yeah.
yes, in there because he's kind of almost in a way. He kind of sets off all the events in some instance, if you want to talk about it. If you kind of think about it, because
Oh yeah, because he's the one like causing the disturbance into the bar. Yeah.
Oh, because because Pedro Pascal is having he's like some kind of like meeting of like his political advisors or what do you want to call them, like his campaign manager type people. They're in a bar and he's calling the sheriff, Joaquin Phoenix, to come and like take care of the guy because he's trying to get into the thing. And of course he's telling him, I was like, what are you doing? You can't be meeting here. And
yeah.
And then it's funny too because he's doing that, and then he comes up and he tells Joaquin, "Where's your mask?" He's like, "They're a window." He's like, "Well, I'm not. I'm on the side of the window. Like, what does it matter?" And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's yeah, man. It's just it's so funny because it does bring up a lot of like it really kind of gives you like a outside perspective of like all the hypocrisy that we had at that time if you think about it, because like the kids, they had Pedro Pascal's son goes to that event where they're like all the kids are like in little groups drinking, but they're like trying to distance like whatever, but they're like in pockets of groups,
but they're outside also,
they're outside, but they're like all together in like little pockets, and it's just like it was a weird time, man, because you're like rules that you kind of bent, and it's like I don't know, it was just it kind of did a good job of illuminating like that whole like just the hypocrisy of like everyone at the time, and everyone was like thinking they were doing the right thing, and some people, you know what I mean, like I don't know,
that's what I like about it. It did kind of exaggerate on people's kind of like explicitly because showing their like moral superiority in some way.
They would always make like they would always bring that in as like a joke because then like when Joaquin Phoenix was having the sort of like showdown with Pedro Pascal on the street, and he's like coming up, he's like 6 feet.
Yeah. And then he like takes off his mask, he's just talking to him, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck. But anyways, what else happens after that? It gets out as soon as the relationship turns. Whenever Pedro Pascal gets killed, like it gets even crazier. Turns into like an action film. There's explosions. There's machine gun fights. There's a chase through the fucking.
Well, the pace picks
desert.
up really quick.
Yeah, real quick, and it gets bloodier. There's like body parts that get blown off, shot off. People get stabbed in the fucking head.
Yeah,
and I mean, at the end of the movie, I'll leave that. I mean, as much as we've spoiled it already, like just what happens to Joaquin Phoenix at the end of this, because it's kind of ridiculous what happens, and I'm just kind of like, where's Ari Aster? What is he trying to say when all this has happened, and how it's left Joaquin Phoenix's character?
Well, I will say this: I don't know if you want to consider this a spoiler or not. I think it's funny because it does also show that like how we sort of, even like politicians, they pivot just depending on like what benefits them. Because if you remember,
grifters.
Well, he didn't want that data center or whatever they called it. What are the data university or something? I don't know what they called it.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was like for AI, which is funny because like I don't think that was really going on at the time. Was it the whole data banks for AI and stuff like that? Anyway,
well, I mean, not to probably our knowledge, but I'm pretty sure it was happening.
But they wanted to put that there. It's a desert town. There's already drought, and that was one of the things that Joaquin Phoenix was like campaigning on. But in the end, he ends up becoming sort of a contributing factor to it being built. So it's just kind of funny. Like I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of just a puppet.
Well, yeah,
and
but
yeah, I mean that's I mean it's the movie as overall and the gist of it, anyways. Yeah. It's a 2 hour and 30-minute long movie.
To me, it didn't even feel like that long. I got out. I think I got in there around 9. Well, no, 7:30. And it was like already got out like close to 10 something. But honestly, I thought I thought it was gonna be like earlier than that, because I don't know. To me, I really enjoyed this movie. I know it is divisive a little bit. I feel like a lot of people were calling it sort of like a modern western, which I do see that. Like it does pick up as like a western later on, like especially with the gunfight and stuff. But yeah, man, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I don't know what to tell you. Like
I enjoyed it also, and Bryce. There's something we kind of abandoned at some point, but since we're back in person right now doing this particular episode and review, I don't know when's the next time we'll be able to do it in person, but hopefully it'll be sooner than later. What would you rank out of 5 unless I can go first because I don't want you to like.
Are we doing
feel
fives
pressure.
again? We're doing rankings again? Or are you doing the tiers?
No, tiers. Sorry,
Oh,
tiers.
okay.
Tier out of
No,
5.
you go ahead. Go first.
No. That's. I'm sorry. We'll do like a rating. I keep ranking, tier, review. Like it's all fucking like all these R's are fucking me up. What would you rate out of 5?
We're doing the ratings. We're going back to ratings.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I go like we do like this movie, right? I like this movie, and I think people should go watch it. I don't think you'll have time after this review, even if whenever it comes out, I don't even know it's gonna be in theaters anymore. At least not in my part of town.
I'm still fresh off of it, so I'm gonna commit to it. That's a 4 out of 5 for me. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
There you go. I'll agree with you. 4 out of 5 for me also.
Is it a perfect movie? No. There were some things now that I think about it, which I think you had mentioned. I wish they would have expanded a little bit more on the Austin Butler character. I don't see how they would have been able to fit it in there as long as this movie was already. But yeah, it would have been interesting to see a little bit more of his. But it really wasn't about him. It was just, I feel like it was just something that was going on at the time. We all know about, like with Theon and stuff. So I think they just kind of put that in there.
Joaquin Phoenix was the main character here. And we're following him as he's trying to like maneuver all this craziness.
It is crazy to think that they had such a big actor like Austin Butler. He's like really hot right now, and they just kind of like only had him for like a few minutes.
The thing is that I think they probably just want to work with Ari Aster. You know, like
that's true.
That he's got like. I mean, Emma Stone's been doing a lot of Yorgos films, which are really weird as fuck.
Begonia.
You know? Yeah, and I think like. And at this point, I'm seeing.
That's gonna be good. I know.
I'm seeing Ari Aster in the realm of like we've talked about this before. Ari Aster, Yorgos, Robert Eggers, even I'll throw in Jordan Peele in that too. Like directors that are just coming out with films that I am there for if their name is attached to it. And Ari Aster is one of them. Right now, it's he's got 4 out of 4 for me. Like there's not a bad movie. They're all different, very different, but. Would I like him to go back and do another horror movie? Of course, because I thought the first one that he did, Hereditary, was fucking amazing. But I do appreciate the fact that he's making these films, and they're all very different, and they're all very, very weird and somewhat controversial in some way, and I enjoy that. So a 4 out of 5 for me. Again, not a perfect film, but still right up there.
It's all the same. Only the names will change.
Jesus Christ. So we'll do a quick ranking of Ari Aster's films. We have 4. So from 4 to 1, obviously 4 being a good one and the 4 being the best one. I mean, because at this point, he hasn't made a bad movie. So I can't really say worst to best.
I won't say his movies are bad.
No. So we'll say
just go on better to best. Different levels of
better
enjoyment.
To best, right? Better to best. So 4 to 1. You want to go first? Or you want me to go? Because I can tell you right now.
You go. Since I did the rating, you go.
Okay, so number 4 for me is going to be. I'm gonna say this one, Eddington.
Okay.
This one was kind of. I was still debating on the way over here what number 3 was gonna be, and I'm gonna say it's going to be Midsommar.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like it has one of my favorite actresses in there, so like, which is crazy to put it in there like that. But number 2 is going to be Beau is Afraid.
And that's your favorite subject matter, shrooms.
Number 2 is Beau is Afraid. Number 1 is Hereditary. I think it will always be Hereditary.
Number 2 for Beau is Afraid. Wow, that's higher than I thought it would be for you.
Yeah. So, what about you?
Oh man. Oh, because we didn't include the short films, right?
I didn't, but we can.
Don't for me because I still haven't seen that one you're talking
about.
If
I'm gonna put if anything, I'll put the honorable mention as a short film. Like was it Meet the Johnsons? That movie's fucking weird.
I still need to watch it. It's on YouTube, right?
It's on YouTube, and it's like when I saw it, I was just like I got so uncomfortable watching that short film. But I'm glad it's in his roster in some way. You know, I think that was like his student film. Yeah, which is nuts to do that. But it was still interesting. But like it's not something I would recommend to people to watch because it's dealing with some really fucked up subject matter. So go. Your ranking. What would you do?
All right. Now this is gonna be highly controversial for you, Ray, because I know how you are, man. But
I know how I am. I'm gonna throw a fucking fuss about it.
All right. Here we go. Now, this opinion may change based on time. I don't know, but right now thinking about it, like maybe I have to go back and rewatch Midsommar. I haven't seen it in I haven't seen it in a long time, so I guess probably honestly since it released. So I remembering it, I did like it, but I probably gonna put that one 4. Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I guess I'm gonna say Eddington. This one's number 3. Honestly, it could go a little higher because I really did enjoy this movie, just because of its wackiness. But I'll say Eddington 3, Hereditary 2, and Beau's Afraid number 1. I did like Hereditary. Of course, this is like, one that is breakout film, I guess, if you want to call it, the one that really put his name on the map, and it is good. I just like Beau's Afraid, man. I don't tell you, it's a wacky epic. It is a modern epic, if I may say so, and I think it's a feat of filmmaking. Yeah, maybe people are gonna say I'm like bloviated for saying this shit, and it's like a bloated film or whatever. I don't know. I just think I liked it. It was a spectacular, I will say. You know what I mean? It's or a spectacle. It was a spectacular movie. I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna put it number 1 for me. Come at me on that. I know everyone's gonna hate me for the Hereditary 2, but hey, it's number 2. Okay, I was sort of possibly maybe ranking Eddington as 2. Man, I don't know.
Right, but, you know what? Those are all valid. Again, all good movies. It just depends on which one you prefer. I'll say this though: I've seen Hereditary one time, and it stuck with me that one time in the theater. But that's why I love it so much. I saw Midsommar twice in theaters. All right, so I remember a lot of it specifically, and I've seen more clips of it here and there, so it's kind of like fresh in my brain.
No, I remember it quite vividly, and I remember really enjoying it. It's just like, I don't know, do I enjoy it more than these other movies? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. Like, am I gonna want to rewatch Eddington? Probably. You know what? I want to rewatch them all. What the hell can I say? It's just, I don't know. That's why I hate these things, man. It's so subjective. You understand?
Yeah, but that's the whole point.
Can't they all be number 1? Can't they all be 5 stars?
4 blank, 3 blank, 2 blank. 1 is going to be Hereditary. You just go down the line of the... I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you're saying it's all subjective. That is the point. It is subjective, right? You're not trying to like win over the masses here. We're trying to see what you, Bryce, thinks about these movies and where they kind of fit.
Like it puts such a stain on you as a person because they're like, everyone's just like, ooh, that's my not to get all astrological, Ray, because I don't subscribe to that, but I guess that's my Libra sense, Ray. I'm all trying to like balance out. I don't want people to not like me.
What is my Pisces saying? Rank everything. That's all. Go with the flow thing. I don't know, man. Like, anyways, that's it. I guess that's our That's our review for Eddington. You
cannot talk today, man.
I cannot talk today. It's
must be that long COVID.
Go. That's our review for Eddington. We really enjoy Ari Aster's films. We look forward to the new films that are coming out. What's coming out? We have Together. We have House of Eden. There's a film that we want to watch called Garden of Eden.
House of Eden. Oh, Garden of Eden.
House of Eden. Garden of Eden.
Yeah, a lot of Eden movies.
There's 2 different films there, and then of course we're still gonna do a spoiler for Superman. Whenever
is he Jewish? Superman?
Superman.
Superman.
Another Pedro Pascal film, Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're waiting for Toxic Avenger, man.
Hold on. There's a few things we're missing. Yorgos Lanthimos is coming out the movie Begonia. I'm not sure when that one's coming out, which I'm looking forward to that. Another conspiracy type film. Him. I bet you forget. Did you forget Him?
It's another one, yeah. Oh, Weapons.
How in the fuck can I forget Weapons?
Yes, that's another one, yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for us.
A lot of good movies. I will say this, after a very slow year of like...
It's starting to pick up.
There's a lot of movies coming out that I'm like really wanting to see.
Yeah, this first half of 2025 was kind of a dud.
Yeah.
Right now, I think I have like maybe 3 movies in my top 10. And some are there by default, just as placeholders.
Yeah.
But hopefully with these new Eddington, I think I'll throw... Right now, I think I can say Sinners and... Bring Her Back were my top two.
Yeah.
Eddington will be there already. I'm not sure where it fits in that space yet.
Something else coming out in August too that I want to. I know Toxic Avenger. I thought there was something else. Now a movie I want to see that I know Ray's not too like he doesn't really care. I actually see this movie called little indie movie called Jimmy and Stiggs. It's an alien abduction movie. It's like a lot of neon gore, bloody movie. It looks great. I don't want to fucking see it.
Looks very Ryan Kruger.
Yeah,
from,
it does. But that's why I want to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I want to see it, man. And it has to do with alien abductions. Like
well, see, the thing is that like I like his style
yeah.
of filmmaking.
But to me, it's crazy. It's gonna be in theaters. It's gonna be one day on the 15th. I think there's 7 o'clock showing.
See, that's the kind of shit that I can't stand, man. Like you're killing me with this. Like
you have to see it. That's a great market because they know they're not gonna. You know, you have that in theater for a week. People are gonna be like, no one knows about this movie. This is like a movie. Like, oh, I gotta go see it because it's only gonna be there one day.
Yeah, we did that one time. Remember with Terrifier
The
2?
Crow.
No, Terrifier 2. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then it just fucking blew up. I don't.
Well, see,
really
we missed Stream, which honestly
it was
fine.
fine.
Real.
Yeah, it's fine.
But The Crow, I mean, we missed that for The Crow. Like I don't know, but either way, they both sucked. Let's be real here.
Yeah. That's it for us. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We do appreciate anyone watching to the end, and be sure to comment below. What do you think of Eddington? Do you like Ari Aster movies? Do you not? What is your ranking of Ari Aster films?
We would like you to rate and vote on our movie.
Yeah. Have a good day.